Good evening. Welcome. Dave Usher here at Art at 87. We wanted to just kind of review what we've done on that picture that painting I did the other day, and I finished it up. I just put a matting around here just to show you what it looks like. It was actually a hard 146-pound paper that I did on that one. So we are going to look at that opening on that is about 8.5 by 7 inches, but that's an 11 by 14. 11 by 14 matting. You can buy that through Amazon or one of your art dealers in the area. So that is the painting that I finished with 4 birds out here and a little bit of marsh area here and the rushing water coming into the shoreline. So let's take this off and let's go ahead and see what we got to do today. I've done several, let's go put that right back here out of the way. As you notice, this is another 9 by 12 piece of paper that it's treated, and I will be doing some more treating to it here in a second. So I have some markings here. If you want to make your picture, your painting, and you want to hang it, I kind of put this up here. That's my matting, 11 by 14 matting, 11 by 14 matting with the opening here, and you see I don't know if you can see the lines right here and lines up here, and I just make it just about like that. Now I know I got to stay inside of that painting and that matting. So we're going to start and see what we can come up with today. I didn't do any sketching or anything like that, but I want to, let me adjust this just a little bit. Okay, I think we're good there. So let me just raise it up just a little bit. Okay, right about there. So, well, welcome to my channel. If you're new visiting me, Art at 87 plus, that's my YouTube channel, and I'm glad you stopped by to see us. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do, and I do have some subscribers that are coming in. I do appreciate that, and also give us a thumbs up and just ring the bell and just go ahead and subscribe, and you can follow along with what I'm doing. Today I'm going to make a little different kind of sky here and a little darker scene. So I'm going to get lined up and get it all set up in just a second. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the black is going to be 6 colors that I'll be using on this painting. So this is the black I'm using. This is the orange that I'm using. It's a pumpkin orange, and it's acrylic, of course, going on paper. And then my yellow that I'll be using is a cannery yellow. If you can see it, that's another color I'll be using. And let me see, in my standby burnt, uh, burnt amber. That's what it is. That's a brown. It's a little lighter brown, uh, not a darker brown, but that's the color I'm going to be using there. Then I have a, well, let's see if I can find that other one. Just a second, and we'll get it all. And this is a nutmeg brown. So that's the colors I'm going to use, and for the sky. Wow! So remember now, I can use all this, but I know that this area is going to be where my so over in this area, there's going to be a gray area. In other words, it's not going to be, I can do anything over here I want, but I got to watch how far down I go with this painting. So I'm going to start with the sky right here. And I'm going to try to stay inside that area. If I go out, okay, it's going to be covered by my matting here. It will be covered. So I try to stay right in that area, right in this area. That's all you're going to see popping through that 11 by 14. You can get these in colors too. I have a lot of them that are in colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this brush right here. This brush, this is a flat brush. This is 1.5 inches, about 1 inch. I would say 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get a little yellow, a little red, a little brown, a little darker brown. And first, we're going to wet it down. Now remember, some of these papers are tricky. If you get too much water and it's a lighter poundage paper, this is a 146, I believe it is, pound. But if you get a lighter paper, what's going to happen is it's going to raise up on you. But just stay with it; it'll be all right. So let's get started. Just get started with this brush, and I'm going to start coming in here. And I know I got to get over in this area just to make sure that I stay in perspective here. And I have a tape across here, and I have it there for a reason, and we'll get into that a little later. But let's get it started. And this is going to be your sky. This is a sky that is getting the sun's going down, and you're going to see the different changes of clouds here, and we're just going to get a base, and I'm going to just make sure that we cover it real good. And you can go outside that, but just remember what's going to be showing when you put that mat on there. So the matting comes, you can buy it with the whole package with the backing, the matting itself, and also it comes with a little plastic covering, baggie they call it. So that'd be good if you can do that. I'm just going to come over here, just come over here a little bit, and I'm going to come on down here, just a little bit of coloring, and get a little brown down in here. So you'll see how this is going to come out here. I'm going to put a little bit more water, just a little bit more water. Now I'm using these colors, but I'm mixing these colors together. So just experiment with it. Hey, you know, just experiment with it. And I'm going to bring it on over here, but I know where that line is going to be. And now, if you go ahead and follow us, I usually show the finished product later at another time when I do another tutorial. I'll show you the finished product. So now I'm going to just touch a little bit of uh, dark little area here. Now we'll come on over here like this. Just kind of make it look like it's some going to be the dark area and your land area. So just kind of brush it out, and at this point you're just laying out everything. So just bring on over a little bit more water, make it a little softer, and I'm going to get a little yellow here and come on over and get that in there like so. I'm still using that 1-inch flat brush, so don't worry about it. It'll work for you. I'll get into the other brushes. I got 4 or 5 other brushes that I usually use. So now I'm going to just do a little bit of darker. I will use a little of that black. Now I'm going to come in here like so, and just like so. Just bring it in, and now I remember I didn't do any layout at all at this point. So I had in mind what I wanted to do, so we'll take it from there. So I'm going to come up here, let's see, a little bit of yellow right in this area, and kind of just make it, come and bring it in here. A little brown, I'm going to use that little bit of brown there, and use the same brush, and come on in. And this is going to be that sunset, little orange, and coming in like so, and let it come just like so. And you'll see as I take that piece of paper off, that piece of tape off, you'll see what happens at this point. So, and then I'm going to get a little bit of the white, and we'll come in here with a little bit of white, and let it just use it, just let it go. Just try it and see what it's going to turn out to be. And I'm going to get a little white spot something here, just the top of your clouds, and kind of come in here like so, and let that dry in a little bit. I don't have to use too much of my hair dryer, because it's going to dry in pretty quickly here. And I'm going to come down here and kind of come over here by the end of my brush, just like so. I'll come right in here, just come down in here a little bit. Now I'm going to take that tape off. Make sure you watch how you take the tape off. And right down below there is my trash can. So now I'm going to come in here with my red and come in here. I'm going to spray it just a little bit more. Using that tape gives me a pretty good guideline what I'm going to do here with this. So I'm going to bring it down like so, and then let them clouds just, and we get a little bit more brown, and mix it in, and come on in. You see how it comes out. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take my brush and ease on over. Ease on over. And now, they say, where's the blue? Where is the ocean? Well, it's coming. It's coming. So just stand by. I'm going to get one more color, and that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one will be 8. So I'm going to come down in here and just, all right, let's see what we can do here. Get this opened up. All right. Sometimes these, all right, let's come down here. That's the paint coming out. That's the blue. That's a carabine blue. Yeah, that's what that is. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm still using my same brush. So I'm going to come over here. Sometimes it will work for you pretty good. Then other times you gotta work with it, I'm gonna get a little black, put on there. And I'm gonna come in here and get my line. And I'm gonna come over here. Just like so. And get a little bit of that white going over. Let it bleed right in with the rest of your paint. You'll start seeing the waves starting to take. Make sure if you want to put the white, make sure you get it started just right. Come on down. It's coming in. Now, when it gets down to the shoreline, I'm going to kind of brighten it up in a minute. Let's make sure that we get this coming in there pretty good. All right, now I'm going to take this same brush. Well, no, let's do this. I'm going to put that brush in the water right now. Put it right in that water and let it soak just a little bit. Always remember, you got to clean your brushes at the end of the day. If you do not clean your brushes at the end of the day, they get stiff on you, and then you got a real problem. So let's get a little bit of that black and a little bit of brown. And what I'm going to do here is and a little bit of black. Remember, this is what's happening here is the sun's going down, and everything on this side is starting to get dark. Just because you won't be able to see a lot of that. So let's come up there. Just be careful how much of this that's put on your brush. I'm using this brush here. This is just a little warm paintbrush. And I'm going to jab it and just come on down. Sometimes you have to kind of twist your brush, use that brush to your advantage to get what you want. I'm going to get a little brown in there. You'll see a little bit of brown. Come on down. Come on over. Now, I'm going to put this brush away down in that water. You hear what I'm doing? I'm getting that brush clean a little bit. If you can hear it, fine. Hopefully you can. So now I'm going to take this 1-inch angle brush, and I'm going to come in here with that white. I'm going to get a little bit more white and put on my palette. And here we go. I'm going to get a little bit of white. Yeah, squeeze it out of there and get that white out of there. And So it's cooling down here in North Carolina, and I really like the cool day we had. And so this is your four line down in here. It's coming down now. Just bring it on out. It's coming down. Remember now, some of this won't be seen because when you put that up there, I'm not going to put it full, so you see what it's looking like. All right. Let's keep going. I'm going to get a little black one here, and I'm going to come down in here, and I'm going to make some the way it's, and I'm using that brush to my advantage here. That's that angle brush. I usually use about three or four kinds of brushes. So I gotta watch how much I use and what I use because I don't want to get too much on there. So I don't want to start out with a stiff brush. When you start off with a stiff brush, you're in big trouble. Big trouble. So I'm certainly glad you stopped by today. I feel pretty good today about things, and things are going along pretty good in my life. Hopefully your life too. It's just another day closer to happiness. And just think about that. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. Okay, I'm going to take this flat brush right here. This one right here. And I'm going to get some of that white. And I'm going to come up here. And I'm going to come in here with some of this. And kind of give it a little bit of, bring it on down. And get some of that heavy. Now take the end of it. And kind of go across. Like so. And then you can come down here and kind of splash in and do some things down here. And you can bring it over though. But remember, a lot of this is not going to be seen because you've already covered it up. So I'm going to make it maybe there's a storm coming up. As that sun's going down, maybe the storm is coming up. So I'm going to kind of come in here. I say kind of dance it around a little bit. And a little bit of brown, a little bit of black, and maybe a little yellow. And come up in here. All right. Maybe it's a storm coming up. A little bit of brown. Make him brown. You gotta go ahead and swipe it. Gotta brush it out a little bit. Gotta brush it out. Bring it on up. And a little bit of white up here. Gotta brush it out. All right. A little bit of right underneath them clouds. Right underneath. All right. Now, let's get a little bit of black on the end of my brush using the same one. I'm going to come in here with some Now I'll go back to one of these brushes here, as I'm going to use this one. I'm going to come in here with the black again. I just want to kind of let them not trees, but your marsh area. This is those little things you'll see popping up in your pictures a great deal. Excuse me. And then what I'm going to do is kind of bounce it out over here. Just see how it's making the, yeah, see how it's making it. There you go. So, how many minutes do we have? Well, 20, 25 minutes maybe. So we got it pretty well on the way. Put that brush away. Now I'm going to come down to I'm going to put a couple little rocks down here. Yeah, Mr. Usher loves to make rocks. I'm just going to put it right around in there. And kind of use the end of it. Use the end and jab it. And it come down. Alright. Alright. Let's do another one. And over here. Let's see how far now. We'll just take a look at it. Alright. It's looking pretty good. So now we know what we got here. So I'm going to put that brush away. And we got one more brush, which is an angle brush that I'm going to use. And I'm going to come up in here. This is an angle brush. And I'm going to make some nice little clouds up in here. Gotta come down in here like so. Alright, a little bit of brown. I'm gonna come in here underneath, kind of take it just like so. I'm going to come down with the brown down on the bottom and kind of now you can't hear it probably, but I can hear it. My paper is getting dry, so I give it one shot of water, and then I'm going to go ahead with my white on top of it. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Looks pretty good so far. All right. Now we have our marsh. It's getting dark and everything in the background is starting to darken up. But let's do this. Come in with a little bit of black. That's just kind of making it those little points. There we go. All right, put that away, and let's see. Get that And I'm going to take my paper. If you're going from one color to another, just make sure you use, brush it off, wipe it off real good. So here we go. Okay. Now, on the bottom here, on the very bottom, I'm going to make a little, whiten it up with the brown a little bit. Come in here. I'm just using a small angle brush to come in here like so. That's your brown. That's your dark. When the sun is starting to go and the shadows start to appear, you're going to get the color of your sand that's adjoining. It's coming up in here like so. All right, kind of jab it a little bit and make it, there you go. All right, and do the same thing over here. All right, and a little bit of black. I'm going to come down in there. Okay. A little bit of white here. Okay. This could be some rocks. A little bit of black on the end of that brush. Okay. Well, I think that's what we're going to do today. That's about enough that we have accomplished. Just make sure when you got some, there you go. I got it. There you go. Now, you say, Mr. Usher, where's your birds? Well, I don't know if I have anything I can do with that today. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see if I can't put one. So we're trying to get away here. All right. There's one bird anyway. Let's see if we can't get one up in here. There you go. And one more. All right. All right. Well, I think we got it today. That's going to be it. I think we have about 27 minutes. I can't see that. Anyway. All right, there we go, folks. Now, let me dry it off with the dryer just a minute. Let's see if I got it. Put this aside. Okay, let's do the test with this. Now I did get a little, this is a one that I use just to see how things look. So, just like so. All right, folks, that's it I think today. Some of this would dry in, but that's just a, a little seashore. It's coming in, the water's coming in, and it's dark out there. It's getting dark, so the shadowing and so on is going to help us there. So, let me talk to you just a few seconds. Uh, it is 35 minutes. Well, I don't like to take take too much time. A lot of your artists, and they what they do, they speed up the camera, and you can follow them. I like to do that, but I like to explain what I'm doing and use everything I possibly can to help you. Use colors and shading and so on, and do a quick picture. After a while, you'll be able to just do it automatically. In your head, you got something that you would like to put on the YouTube, or maybe a picture that you want to display somewhere, or maybe just in your own home. Colors are, you can mix colors, you can use just separate, you can thin it down, but if you thin it down, it'll dry out quick. So when you pour out from one of these bottles right here, if you pour out one of these bottles, now this is the name of this one here. If you pour this out onto a mat, one of these, matter of fact, I use these. Meat comes in these. Potatoes comes in these. But I use these, they're very inexpensive. And you can use them, sometimes you can use them over if you don't have too many colors in one palette. So you can, remember, you can buy these at Walmart. I don't have any links for you to go there, but you can go to my website and see some of my other art if you like. Maybe you'll find something you like to put on your wall. I have a 50% discount on some of it right now, but through this month. So when you pour this out, it dries quickly. So remember that. Okay, I'm going to close this out and say good night. It is now 10 minutes after 6 here in Southport, North Carolina. That's where my studio is, right here. And it's on this is a Friday. So have a nice weekend and come back and see me again. And don't forget, follow us and you'll see a different picture every time I put it up. And sometimes it's going to be a rework. I have a couple of those that I'm going to do. And you'll see how I can cover something that I didn't like in the beginning. And you'll see. So God bless, and remember, use your mind and your heart to do your art, and you'll never go wrong. So God bless you, and come back and see us, and don't forget to subscribe. And we love you guys out there. So take care.